Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back to the Seaboard Central. Hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and you're ready for 2018. Here's a couple of things I got for Christmas. These two buildings for my downtown area. These are Woodland Scenics buildings. The Dugan's Paint Store and the Davenport building. Made some changes to the downtown area, and I still may make some more changes, but for right now, this is the way I got it set up. I really like the looks of these buildings. I think Woodland Scenics does a great job, and one day I may even light them up. Something else I got is a couple of more vehicles for the layout. Layout definitely needs more vehicles, and vehicles can be rather expensive. My wife picked up these two along with some more. So these are at the house, and they belong to the guest of the wedding. Another vehicle she picked up was this cool looking crane that I put in the scrap yard, and it's busy making pieces out of that scrap so that it can be loaded up into the guns. Here's an area that's been worked on since the last update. I kind of looked at the photos from the prototype area where I've modeled this particular scene and noticed the bend in the road and the parking lots for the businesses. I still have some more work to do to the area, but it's coming along. Here's another area that I worked on. I was going after the wildflower look in this field on both sides of the track, and I also received some more trees for Christmas added to this wooded area. I've decided I'm going to remove this track that goes back there to the wall and this turnout and just make a curve going through here, and I'll redo this behind the trees, maybe even put a small waterfall. I think that'll be a pretty cool feature. Plus I do have some plans to actually scenic the lift out bridge. So that's coming up. You may see a future depot here. Here's another area that I worked on. I wasn't satisfied with the way it was before, so I've redone it, made the scenery look a little bit better. And something else I've been working on is these operating derails, and this one protects the entrance to AEP Industries. And so it's in the on position now, and when the conductor comes in and removes the derail, you just flip it over, and when you're finished working the industry, you can put it back on. They're made by Alexander scale models, and I had to kit bash them to actually get them to operate. And I learned this from Tom Komolsky on his Georgia Northeastern layout. And this is something else that adds another realistic touch and adds more to your operations. I have a good excuse for the reason why I didn't get a whole lot completed on the layout this past month. A lot of the projects didn't get finished up like I'd hoped, but I've been having too much fun playing with this. This is called the ProtoThrottle, and it's made by Iowa Scale Engineering. This is actually one of the prototype samples, and I'm a beta tester for the company. I've also written an article about this throttle and how to use it like a real locomotive engineer would. Should be appearing in Model Railroad Hobbyist magazine sometime in late spring or summer, hopefully if all goes as planned. And I'll tell you a little bit about the throttle. Also, there'll be an operations session video filmed on this layout using this throttle that should be hopefully on Trainmasters TV, which is also done by Model Railroad Hobbyist magazine. This is basically a miniature control stand with a few exceptions. This is the reverser, and right now it's in the neutral position. Moving it this way would move the engines forward or reverse. Here's your brake, which basically is the engine brake. Got your headlight control switches, bell, horn, And then you have some function keys along with this one where you can program them to whatever function you want to use on your particular, in your decoders. I have this button for drive hold since those engines are Lokesound full throttle equipped. I'll show you a little bit about it. Just move the reverser forward, throttle up, knock the brakes off, and the engines move. You add more power. And since I have these engines programmed with maxed out deceleration values, when I go to idle, they'll coast, and you use the brake to bring it to a stop. I can change directions. Mag up again. And bring it to a stop. So this is what I've been having fun playing with. I'll put a link to the Iowa Scale Engineering's website, and also there'll be a separate website for the ProtoThrottle that should be appearing sometime in the middle of January. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next month on the Seaboard Center.